Resources are pouring in to protect areas burned by the Palisades fire.
The community could see even more damage from a storm that's already starting to hit this morning. KCAL News reporter Tina Patel joins us live from Malibu with the work that's still underway as we speak. Tina.
Yeah, good morning. We are starting to get some light rain here in Malibu, but that is not stopping crews. Take a look behind me. These are contractors with Caltrans, and we've been watching them over the last little bit get sandbags, put them around some homes, and also keep an eye on the hillside here, because as you can see, it has been burned here. They put a tarp up yesterday, but really it all depends on whether we get too much rain, whether those tarps and whether these barriers will hold. I want to show you some video because it's not just here in Malibu. Also in the Pacific Palisades, we've been seeing city and county crews working these last few days. Again, they've been lining streets and highways with K-rails, sandbags, doing what they can to prepare for the storm. Now, according to LA Mayor Karen Bass, teams have also been clearing catch basins and sewer drains, and they've even built some berms on the beach to stop toxins and runoff from flowing into the ocean. Still, she says we don't know what could happen with this storm, and that's why she's asking everybody to stay alert, being prepared to possibly evacuate if there are any floods or slides that come from this. Our Tom Waite caught up with a Malibu homeowner yesterday. He's worried that even though his home survived the fires, it might not survive what comes next.
That hill there's a big work crew working on it because there's a big sort of crack in it, and if that crack breaks, then it's going to break on my house.
How many sandbags?
I have no idea. Lots. So my neighbors on each side, we're building a mini fortress.
And I'm sure those homeowners are glad that even though they took the preparations that they could to see more crews doing what they can and keeping an eye on the homes that did survive the fire, I'm sure that's a little bit added reassurance. We'll continue to stay here, monitor the weather and, of course, how things are going here. But now I want to send you over to Cara Finstrom because she's keeping an eye on the other burn area over by the Eaton fire.
Tina, starting to get some light drizzle here, but the heaviest rain expected tomorrow. Behind us, this is one of the buildings that was just destroyed. This was a church by the Eaton fire. The fire burned so hot that the hillsides above are greatly damaged, and the concern is that any heavy rain could trigger debris flows up there. So take a look. A new geological survey from the California Department of Conservation is warning about 3 high-risk areas in particular. East Loma Alta Drive in Altadena, that's where many homes were destroyed. The Kinaloa Mesa section of Pasadena, including the Pasadena Glen area up top, and Sierra Madre Canyon. Now, we spoke with one woman who had to be rescued from her Pasadena Glen home back in the 90s because of flash floods then.
It's life-altering. You really look at your environment much more critically, knowing that, something like that can happen.
So she and her neighbors taking this seriously. One of them put big red water barriers in his driveway to reroute any flood water, any mud away from his home. Because there haven't been any mud flows of note since the fire, he knows there is lots of fire damage, lots of debris up in the hillsides. Now, the survey specifically found, take a look, that the Eaton fire has a high likelihood of generating large magnitude post-fire flood and debris flow events, and that the road network within and downstream of the Eaton fire perimeter is going to be subject to increased potential for storm damage for the next 2 to 5 years. The report says in the worst case scenario, major damage and injuries or deaths could occur. So, while county leaders have placed K-rails in many areas to divert potential mud flows, they are still hoping that this will remain a moderate rain. And they stress the steps being taken now will be important to future storms as well. Heavy equipment has also been used to clear those storm drains and the culverts. The National Weather Service says, again, the worst of this storm will hit the Eaton fire area tomorrow. So this morning, a great time for folks to, take care of any last-minute preparations and have those emergency plans in place.
Good advice, Cara. Thank you.